everyone. I hope that everybody's okay, and I hope that nasa mabuti kayong kalagayan. And I hope and pray that everything will be fine. And again, welcome to JAE Christian Lifestyle. I am Brother JD Smart of Yarinera, and welcome again into my channel. So today I will be sharing again some new words that will also help us to improve our faith and ourself as a Christian. But before I start my message today, if you are new to my YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell for you to be updated for the new messages or video that I will be uploading in this channel. So today we are going to discuss a topic entitled how to avoid jealousy and envy from poisoning our lives. So these two things is really dangerous for a Christian or for us as a person. So in this lesson, I will also discuss things in order for us to avoid and manage this kind of particular emotional problem. So hint, don't get stung by your own emotion. So this two emotion will really stung us if we let ourselves being poisoned with this. So it says jealousy and envy can poison your life. To avoid them, we must first understand how they operate and harm us, noticing or harm us with us noticing it. So there would be an example. There was a story about a mother fish and a baby fish. Mother fish, what is water? Asked by the baby fish. So the mother fish asked the mother for that. So the mother answered, water is what you swim in. Water is what you've mostly made of. It's everything around you, the mother fish replied. But I can't see it, said the baby. So I can see it, said the baby. So most precious things are like water. They are around us, yet we don't see them. Do you see what you have? Or simple pay attention to what other people have, achieve or recognize they get. So are we pay attention for what we have or simply pay attention on the other achievement or recognition that they get? That's how envy and jealousy get into your life. Rather than appreciating the water around you, they bring out worst in you. Jealousy and envy are related, though are not the same. They are two different types of poison in our life. So how to avoid envy and jealousy from harming you? Jealousy is more than feeling alone against smiling enemy. That is quote from Elizabeth Bowen. Envy and jealousy trouble together but different emotion. Both they are negative and can make you feel miserable and ruin your relationships. Envy is two-person relationship. I want what you have. Jealousy is three-person triangle. I want the recognition you have from others. When you wish you have your colleague's office, the envy when you feel threatened by how much your boss praises one of your colleagues' work, that's jealousy. So remember, when you wish you have your colleague's office, that's envy. When you feel threatened by how much your boss praises one of your colleagues' work, that's jealousy. Envy is resentment towards others because of these poisonous positions or success. You idealize when you are envious. You don't just want what they have, you want their stature too. Jealousy is when the third person threatens a relationship. You are afraid to lose someone you love in the hand of others. So, jealousy is an anticipatory emotion, as Ralph Hopka said. Jealousy causes us to take precautionary measures. Should those fail and the pattern has an affair, the new situation arouses anger, depression, and disappointment. The professor of psychology of California State University added, jealousy and envy are natural instinct. We must avoid. You can't control your emotion, but you can manage how you react. Both emotions mask other feelings that can become lethal. They hide our insecurity, shame, or need to possess. They feed our inner critic, making us feel worthless. Envy is a reaction to lacking something. Jealousy is a reaction to threat of losing someone or something. Remember, envy is a reaction to lacking something. Jealousy is a reaction to threat or lose something or someone. The most ancient poison in life, this is the most ancient poison in our life. But both jealousy and envy originate from the primitive fight or flight response. When you feel under attack, your brain triggers a warning signal. Our tribal ancestor lives in fear of arousing the envy of gods by the pride or good fortune. Jealousy and envy are still the cause of most current conflict, both in the professional and personal world. Envy drives to self-sabotage, causing wars and other conflicts. It typically becomes a group phenomenon and turns to hatred and assault against others, as Frank J. Nenevich explained explain envy theories. We have a false sense of justice. Our system emphasizes the equality of all. That's a curious paradox. The sense that we deserve our fair share of things is at all root of envy. Life is not unfair. That is true. Life is not unfair. There will always be people with more talent, health, positions, or reputation than others. Entitlement doesn't help. Thinking that you deserve better makes you focus on the outcome rather than on the effort. Jealousy originates from the prospect of failure, envy from actual failure. So let's go of these two negative emotions. We must thoroughly understand where those feelings come from, and stop seeing yourself as a failure. We are creating our own poison in life. You know that? We are creating or create our own poison in life. Envy is a religion of the mediocre. It comforts them, it soothes their worries, and finally, it roots their souls, allowing them to justify their meanness and their greed until they believe this to be virtues, as what the author says, Carlos Ruiz Zafon. So it says, Buddhism teaches also whatever causes our suffering has its roots in the three poisons. Number one is ignorance. Number two, hate. And number three, greed. Ignorance is the mother of all poisons. Is that belief that things are fixed and permanent. When we see that someone is endured better than us, rather than focus on how we can fix and improve, we stuck on the current status. This is the problem. This is the problem. This is really the problem. We sometimes focus, or when we see that someone is doing better than us, rather than focus on how we can improve ourselves. That's why comparison are deceiving. There are always people that are better and worse than us. When we compare, we see things as static. We look outside what others have rather than inside what we can change in our lives. We also create our own poison and then drink it. So earlier, we create our own poison in life. And then right now, we create our own poison and drink it. Ignorance is clinging to people, objects, and emotions. It's the fantasy of protecting our ideal status. We try to control things instead of letting them evolve. The antidote of ignorance is wisdom. Self-awareness can free yourself from poisonous emotions. Hate arises from ignorance. We believe the world revolves around us. We want to stand out from the universe instead of seeing our connectedness to everything and everyone else. Our society is a system. When we disconnect from it, we start seeing everyone as a competitor or an enemy. Envy and jealousy are just defense mechanism. Greed is not just wanting more. It's the fantasy that adding more stuff will provide personal gratitude. Unfortunately, delusion creates a vicious cycle. Not only it frustrates us, we crave for more. Greed is also based on your need to protect your status. You believe that object defined who you are. That's the problem. Attachment motivates envy and jealousy. You cling to things or relationship you don't have. You want to be in control to feel more important. Remember that. So one of the authors says, Bertrand Russell said, beggars do not envy millionaires. Though of course they will envy other beggars who are more successful. When we direct, so when we direct our envy at those who we compare ourselves, such as your co-workers, friends, relatives, or neighbors. So social media has not only expanded the beggars who compares to, it's an accelerant that turns into envy, a wildfire, a wildfire. A picture perfect society is doing as no good as encouraging envy and fruitless comparison. So how can we avoid this lethal poison? The antidote to overcome envy and jealousy. This is the I will share you the antidote or antidote to overcome envy and jealousy. If ignorance is the mother of all poisons, then wisdom in the universal or the universal antidote. Being wise is appreciating the water around you or appreciating what we have. Wisdom is listening to other points of view without discriminating and carefully examining bias. To be open to change our belief when these particular things happen in our life. So wisdom is to directly see and understand yourself for yourself. To keep an open mind rather than being close-minded. So certainly can ripple your wisdom. As I share this one, embracing a skeptically mindset will help you see life sharply. So if we are going to embrace a skeptical mindset, will help you see life sharply. The path of just believing that you are told is easy. The path towards wisdom requires confidence, courage, ability, adaptability, and also patience. The antidote for greed is generosity. The one for hate is loving kindness. Letting go of your position and relationship requires wisdom too. You realize you don't need to possess object or people to be yourself. They can contribute to your joy, but your happiness does not depend on them. I want you to remember that, guys. Not attachment. Non-attachment doesn't mean not caring. It means recognize there was never something to cling to in the first place. You stop looking at what others have. You free yourself from owning or being owned. So this time I will now share on how we can avoid or how to overcome being poisoned. Don't envy what people have. Emulate what they did. Have it. So emulate what they did to have it. So emulate means do the things they do in order for you to have it as well. First point is increase your self-awareness. So how to overcome being poisoned? Number one, increase yourself or your self-awareness. Okay, so number one is increase your self-awareness. awareness. To know yourself is to accept yourself. Self-awareness requires observing and accepting who you are, not who you should or shouldn't be. Reflect without judging yourself. Learn to be gentle and forgiving with yourself. You'll stop needing composition or you'll stop needing position or relationship to feel more significant. Are you jealous? You are always comparing yourself to others. Deep inside, you might feel insecure, threatened, betrayed, or threatened. That's okay. Feedback will help you uncover blind spots so you can conquer them. To increase your self-awareness, you need to look outside, not just inside. As you need to look outside, not just inside. People who score high in self-awareness know themselves well and understand how others see them too. Number 2, free yourself from poisonous comparison. Remember that. Become your own standard. Learn to appreciate yourself for who you are, not what you possess or achievement. Success is personal. Happiness is defining success on your own terms. Social pressure adds unnecessary frustration. It seeds more envy. When someone gets more recognition, you'll feel jealous and empty. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. So compare yourself to who you yesterday. Focus on your improvement, not others. Comparing to other people is a lose-lose situation. Number 3, prevent an outbreak. Healthy jealousy happens early in a relationship. It can be improved or improving the self-esteem of affected partners. Honestly, it's critical to stop early symptoms because they produce jealousy outbreak. Keeping and maintaining trust is not easy. Don't confuse it with blind faith. Embrace trust as something fragile and imperfect. Jealousy is about control. Trust is about confidence and wisdom. You can avoid feelings, or you cannot avoid feeling jealous, but you can prevent it from getting worse and worse. Number 4, emulate rather than envy. So emulate rather than envy. Looking at others for inspiration is not bad. The problem is trying to be like them. Medium is full an article on how Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, or Tony Robbins become successful and wealthy. That doesn't mean you must follow them their paths or aim for the same goal. Reacting with emulation rather than envy is to open up to learn from others. Each life is unique. Remember, each life is unique. Those who compare themselves to a famous entrepreneur and doing nothing. Choose your destination and take the learning routine or route, not a shortcut. Copycats are boring. It is better to be original, as Lion said. Number 5, the last, this is the last and but not the least. Feel the pain firsthand. Envy and jealousy are not just lethal. Okay, remember, envy and jealousy are not just lethal for yourself. They also harm those around you. Sometimes you need to take a little bit of your own poison to realize that. Let others become your antidotes. Let others become your antidote. If you are jealous, one, ask your partner to overpay her. He's jealous for 1 or 2 weeks. Feeling the pain firsthand will help you realize the side effect of your own behaviors. If you suffer from envy, reacting with people that have dramatically less or more than you have, live one day with a total budget of $2. Volunteer on Night to Serve as a millionaire party. Compare both experience to see what it says about you when you experience extremes. Life's most precious things are like water. They are around us or around you, waiting for you to pay attention and appreciate what you have. Envy and jealousy are little poison. It's up to you to avoid being stung by your own poison. I hope that you have a lot of things to learn in this particular lesson, enable for us to step by step change our life by being poisoned by our own stung, by having this kind of emotion, jealousy, and envy. To God be all the glory.
For more videos and inspirational words from the Bible, please like and hit the subscribe button. Thank you and God bless.